this year, by the way, marks the 65th anniversary of Channel 2. We're celebrating all year by looking back at some of our favorite stories from the past. Well, tonight we go back to the early 80s as Sam Jones introduces us to a Tulsa violin maker who wound up leaving a lasting legacy.
I never had any lessons on violin, and you could tell that.
What we're hearing is a sort of quality control, because Bill Rohde doesn't play the violin, he makes them.
You don't have to be a concert artist to make a violin.
An uncle taught Bill the craft of violin making, and when that uncle died, he left Bill his tools and wood supply. Some of the wood was cut many years ago on the Illinois farm his grandfather owned. Bill cuts the rest in Colorado.
In the Rabbit Ear Pass area, this forest was burned off in 1860. And some of these trees are still standing. I use four different patterns. One is basically patterned from the Stradivari instrument, one from a Garnerius, and then I have two molds of my own design. This is one of the tricks to making this, is to get it symmetrical on both sides. And occasionally I mess one up and have to start over. It's happened a few times.
Bill says about 100 hours of work goes into each instrument. So far, these hands have crafted 87 violins, 18 violas, 6 cellos, 7 mandolins, and 40 to 50 bows.
I know where most of them are. Of course, some of my violins have been resold, and some of them have moved out of state.
One of them is owned by Tulsa music student Elizabeth Spears.
It's got a very mellow tone quality to it. It's a quality that Mr. Rohde, I think, puts into his instruments, and it's quite unique, quite original.
Bill Rohde, a craftsman at a time when so little is made to last.
This is just something that I'm going to fill in my time with as long as I'm able, or until I get tired of it, and then I pass it along to my son.
Sam Jones, Traveling to Country, Tulsa.
And coming up new at 6 tonight, an update to the story that first aired more than 3 decades ago here on 2 Works for You. We'll hear from the owner of a Tulsa violin shop about what became of Bill Rohde and the lasting legacy he left behind.